Hello and welcome to General Chat. It is me, Hundar, here with Lindsay of House Washburn and Pbat of House Pbat. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the dungeon.
It's a nice dungeon.
I'll give you that. It's cool. It's exciting. Today we are talking about EA and their trouble with, trying to be forward-thinking in their games. The problem with gay relationships in video games. BioWare, the perpetual whipping boy of this issue, starting with, I guess, Dragon Age was probably the first, and then leading into stuff with Mass Effect, and now Old Republic. Do you want to set up the current situation?
Okay, so basically Star Wars: The Old Republic, there wasn't any option to get gay married in The Old Republic, so people started complaining, they're like, why can't we get gay married? You know, this is kind of alienating us. So EA is like, okay, we'll put it in. And then this whole anti-gay group said, no, don't put it in, you're gonna corrupt the minds of the young and all this crazy stuff. So EA is like, okay, we want to defend ourselves and we want to make a petition. Saying if we get 75,000 signatures, we will include gay marriage. And now EA is, being accused of using spam bots to get their signatures, which is, I don't know, they say they have proof, but I don't know what's exactly going on.
Right, and EA is sort of contending with their recent appointment as the worst company in America, and sort of using this as a defense of like, we're the worst. Obviously that's not true, and furthermore, look at how we're trying to help the gay community in terms of our video games. Yeah. So it's an important issue for them, it's an important issue for gay players, and it's an important issue apparently for people who absolutely positively can't have anything like this in their video games. Lindsay, what's your take?
Well, people who absolutely can't have anything like that in their video games obviously haven't played several other games like The Sims or Skyrim, where you can have gay relationships and get married. The Sims is the first one that came to my mind, and that's an EA published game too. So you can already tell that they don't care, they're behind that. But even I was like a teenager and I would play The Sims, and then I was like, can she kiss her? And then they would get together and they would have a relationship. And
then it stirred that longing in your heart and you became a lesbian.
Yeah.
No, that's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
You actually weren't that affected by it.
No.
What do you think? What's your...
Honestly, it's kind of a touchy subject really, because it is one of those things that is kind of prevalent in today's society. But it's one of those things where it's like parents might not want their kids to see into that. But honestly, in my opinion, it's one of those things where if a child, as they grow up, if they develop those kind of feelings, love is love. It's not really, it shouldn't be, because I don't think a kid's gonna say, Luke Skywalker is getting married to Darth Vader, so I want to do it too. So it's not one of those
that's wrong for completely different reasons.
Oh, well, yeah, see, I don't watch Star Wars, but I know, yeah, I know. But it's one of those things where it's like, you see those parenting groups saying, violence because of video games, and I don't think kids get swayed that easily.
Right, I agree. I don't think it's going to be something where because there's gay marriage in a video game, it's going to, make kids be gay who were never going to be gay. I am a longtime supporter of gay marriage. I have lots of gay friends. And so, as a lot of young adults in big cities are, and there's so many gamers too who either they are gay, they have gay friends, family, and it's all about support. So why would a company like EA want to take that away?
My own thoughts being that, yeah, EA is using this as a, again, it's some good PR in the light of that unnecessary stuff that's going on. And for me, I don't buy the argument that it's corrupting the youth, because if you're letting your children play a game where they're exposed to sex, then they're being exposed to sex, and that's it. Either if they're old enough to be exposed to that, they're old enough to be exposed to the complications of the rest of it. You know what I mean? Either you want your kid playing a video game where Shepard can fuck the shit out of Miranda, or not. I mean, that's it. Whether it's him or Garrus, it's the same.
You don't want your kids playing that game. You're not going to put that game in front of them.
And either sex and relationships belong in Star Wars or they don't. But it's to me, it's it's a double standard, I guess, where it's like, oh, you didn't care until that particular issue came through. So, but as always, General Chat is a show where we ask your opinion. So let's go to Facebook. Corey Price, if it's prevalent in modern society, why not have it part of video games? I say go for it. It can end a debate, and less homosexual gamers will feel alienated by the sheer lack of representation in games today. If they were to feel that way, to each their own. Agree, disagree?
I totally agree. Just put it in the game.
And I do think, BioWare has always been very supportive of that side of the community and people being like, why, if you're going to include this, I want to feel like I've got, the opportunity to do whatever. And it's not like it's a forced issue. It's there for you to pursue or not pursue. And it's like, whatever. You don't want to have sex with the elf, don't have sex with the elf. You don't want to have sex with the male human, then don't. Take your pick. It's options for everyone. It just makes sense. Eric Adams, I'm in favor of equal rights for everyone, but what do sexual issues have to do with Star Wars? Does this belong in Star Wars in general? Is this just, I know it's an MMO and you don't want to have as much role playing as possible, but.
More teenagers.
Yeah,
Sex sells.
that is true. As a feature, for example, in Skyrim, you could say, why do you need to get married? You're supposed to kill Alduin. What does marriage have to do with this? But, I guess it's just a feature. I guess if they implement it, then, so be it. And if they do, they may as well go all the way and allow gay marriage, lesbian marriage, whatever it may be.
It is just a feature, but to that, when I was playing Skyrim, I played like a shit ton of Skyrim, and then I think I heard from you, you're like, yeah, did you get married yet? And I was like, you can get married? Like, I don't even want to get married in real life, but I wanted to get married in the game. So
Lindsay married some drunk in a bar.
I did. His house was on a bench. I was like, let's go home. And he's like, okay, we're home. And he was like sitting on the bench in a bar in freaking the town that starts with an R.
Final comment, Etienne Melnick Frontera. Games should not follow the rules and dogmas of society. They're made to send us to other places beyond what is reality. So having gay marriage should never be banned from video games. It just limits the potential free artistic expression they have. Yeah, and I agree. And I think the approach of Skyrim and The Sims where it's like, look, it exists. We don't have to make a big deal about it. It's not like being forced on you. It's like, oh, look, you discovered that was possible, and because that was your inclination and you weren't limited for like exploring the world in your own way. So anyways, let us know in the comments. I'm sure a lot of you have opinions on this, and if you
we want to hear them.
From any side, let us know. And as always, to participate in the discussion every week, facebook.com/MachinimaRealm, where we post next week's topic every Tuesday at 4 p.m. So you can participate in next week's episode. All right, well, what?
We should tell them to check out the funny video that went up yesterday with Pbat.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Pbat, let's take this opportunity. What are you working on right now? What's coming down the road?
I don't know. I'm still actually playing Skyrim personally, because my subscribers want me to go back through the game. So on my channel, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I am planning a series on Machinima. I plan it to be a Minecraft series. It's gonna be really unique. I didn't want to really release any details yet, but exactly. I think it's gonna be really fun. So yeah, I just guess keep an eye out for that.
Very cool. And you'll be here all week hanging with us, and so
Exactly.
Plenty of Pbat on the realm this week. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments. Let's do this. As always, I'm Handar.
More coverage, new segments, in-depth Q&As.
How you guys all doing?
Subscribe now to the all-new Inside Gaming Daily only on Machinima.